What's up, gardeners? My name is Troy. Welcome back to my channel. As you probably know, I just released my debut single, my debut song, Don't Forget Me, on all streaming platforms. I'll have all the links in the description to the music video, to stream it like on Spotify, Apple Music, all the different streaming platforms, and some behind the scenes stuff. Like, I'll leave all my links down in the description so you can check it out if you haven't already. And basically, this week my mind has been boggled with the song, and literally since it did release this week, that's all been on my mind. It's just like music stuff. So that made me think of like a video idea of actually recommending books based off my song, because I feel like that my story that I told in this song could relate to a lot of other people. And then I was like, oh wait, there's a bunch of books where this kind of theme fits in. And so this song, Don't Forget Me, is about people in my life, whether it be family, friends. There are so many different people like in my mind when I wrote this song that just helped me and kind of bettered me as a person, but they're just not there anymore. And I just hope that they don't forget me and all the memories that we had together. Across quarantine, I was such a nostalgic person because I was like so reminiscent about the memories when like I was not stuck at home all day, and that was definitely a theme of a lot of the songs I wrote during the process of writing songs. Reminiscence, nostalgia. So in this video, I'm going to be recommending 5 books that have this kind of same theme of like lost people, lost memories, and nostalgia, and it's going to be great. So yeah, let's just get straight into it. Stream Don't Forget Me on Spotify. Alright, the first book I want to talk about is The Land of Stories, The Wishing Spell by Chris Colfer. This is the first book in a series, but I just want to highlight the first book because it starts off centered around Alex and Connor, which are these twins, their lost dad who passed away, I think it was like a year ago, and kind of like the effect that it has on their family. Obviously, the story takes a magical spin later on, but their lost dad is just constantly in the story. He's constantly brought up, and I think that's such a great theme to center on. And I remember 2 specific stories. Like, the dad told Alex a story when she was young, and that really stuck with her, and they also kind of experienced that when they go to this magical world. He also told Connor, this is Connor, I always get them mixed up, Connor a story when he was young, and it kind of impacted him, and they also see this in their magical fantasy world. So it's really interesting to see how their dad and those memories kind of come to play within this book, and I think it definitely smacks on the theme of the song that I wrote. Definitely recommend this book, not just for that too. Like, the story is really well written, the world building is so cool, and I love the world in general, and the plot is amazing, and I would definitely give it a 5-star rating. Another book that I want to talk about is The Unwanteds by Lisa McMahon, because this story really resonates with me and the message of my song. It actually smacks dab in the center of like my own experience, especially being a twin, and then the other kind of like the main character in this book being a twin. In the story, the main twin, Alex, gets separated from his other twin, Aaron, as they go off into 2 separate sides of life. Like, there's the Wanteds and there's the Unwanteds. The Wanteds being like the really smart people, like being necessary for Quill life, and then the Unwanteds being creative, like artsy people that the government thinks those are like evil people. They're like, I don't want any artsy people in my government, so they, you know, kill them. And so basically we have these 2 separate ways. Alex, a part of the Unwanteds, gets saved, goes off to this magical mansion, but the twins are separated, and there's this whole, like, these memories just plaguing Alex as we go, and we find more about their relationship, and we can just feel the nostalgia and like the kind of loss and like the mourning of his separated twin brother. And we actually see the process of him try to rescue Aaron from, you know, like the world that they're originally in and take him back to this magical world. And there's just the struggle between the 2 twins as they kind of miss each other. One twin is dead set on trying to like forget his other twin, but then he kind of comes back to haunt him later on, and then one twin, Alex, is trying to kind of get him back because he misses him so much. So it's interesting to see the 2 twins' takes on their separation, but it definitely fits well in the box of nostalgia and like memories. Another fun one that fits in this category is Shadow and Bone by Leigh Bardugo. I love this series so much, and specifically the shipping of Mal and Alina, because they also do get separated very early on in this book due to this magical phenomenon that happens with Alina, the main character. She suddenly gets powers, and then she's taken off to like this palace to focus on her magic, but Mal is still, you know, in the army, still in the military, like fighting for their country, and so they get separated, and that kind of theme of Don't Forget Me, you know, literally Don't Forget Me. Like the two often think about each other and all the memories that they have, and it's like so crazy because they had not been separated at all in their whole life. They were pretty much born together because they were both growing up in an orphanage. They literally spent all their time together. They became childhood best friends. They would do everything for each other, and it's just so cute. Their relationship is so cute. And so when they do get separated, it's really kind of heavy on the heart. The two really miss each other. Obviously, we only see it from Alina's perspective. She really misses Mal, and she wants him to come back. They reunite later in the series, and obviously it's really heartwarming, but I feel like this represents kind of, you know, like exactly what I wrote the song about, like people in my life that I was kind of growing up with, and then the relationships just kind of fizzled apart. So yeah. Right, next up we have got Magnus Chase and the Gods of Asgard by Rick Riordan, my favorite series by Rick Riordan. Sorry, Percy Jackson, but this book actually focuses in the beginning on Magnus Chase's dead mother. There's this flashback. We kind of experience what happens, these wolves coming in to Magnus Chase's apartment where they were living with his mother, and they take Magnus Chase's mother away from him, and he never sees her again, and then he's stranded on the streets. He's homeless. Like it impacts him a lot, and like he's obviously forced to think about his mother because, you know, what else is there when you're homeless? Like when you're outside in the night, like sleeping and it's cold, all you're really forced to is think about like those old memories when times were better. And obviously his mind goes back to his mom and his also missing dad too. He never really had a dad in his life. I think that's where kind of the journey starts. Like if he didn't have that sort of upbringing with like so much loss, he wouldn't be able to do what he does in the rest of the series. I came for this emotional like backstory, and I stayed for the surprising humor of this series and the wide, most diverse cast of characters I've probably seen. It's not like top tier or anything, but super diverse characters, and the world. Everything about this was amazing. Love this series so much, and I definitely recommend. Okay, so last up, Calming Basic maybe, but Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas is another good one for this scenario, because think about it. Not only does Selena lose her whole family early on in her life, but before this book she loses her lover, and we learn more about that throughout the series. Not a huge spoiler, but she does lose her lover that she planned to spend the rest of her life with. It is horrible. It is heartbreaking. This is like 10 times worse than the feelings I feel when I wrote the song Don't Forget Me. Heartbreak and loss and mourning and moving on is such a big kind of aspect in this book, and we kind of see how Selena goes from suppressing her emotions in the first bit of the series to completely trying to live through her emotions and try to make better connections with people as she goes on. At first, of course, because all her connections are just always kind of cut off by the fate and the gods and all that stuff. Like, she's really untrusting of other people. She's like, I don't want to get into a relationship because what if that relationship will be cut off like all my other ones? And so it's interesting to see her journey. Love Selena, and I love this journey, so go read it. Mwah. Okay, thank you so much for watching, everyone. I really enjoyed this video because it was something fun. Like, I might do this for every song I release. That would be so cool. Okay, anyways, yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to give it a big thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe to my channel down below for more content. Leave a comment down below of first what you think of the song and what you think of my book recommendations. Have you read any of these? And if you have, what are your thoughts? And like I said, I'll put all the links in the description for my song. Make sure to stream it. Stream it on Spotify, stream it on Apple Music, stream it on Amazon Music. All that stuff, it does help me a lot. And also watch the music video, the behind the scenes video, and definitely stay tuned because there are more songs coming. Although it takes me a long time to write a song, so don't come at me if it takes like 2 months for the next song to come out. From the time I am finished with it to the time it gets released, there's also a big time gap. So like I said, it'll be maybe 2 months before my next song comes out. So don't worry, I'm working on it. Make sure to subscribe, like, and I'll see you guys next time. Stream Don't Forget Me, and see you guys later. Bye. I will always remember your smile. I hope you don't ever forget me. 'Cause without you I'm lost at every mile. I wish you were here to set me